My name is Grace Riley, and today I'm going to share some features I learned to use with Smartboard technology. I chose to use a lesson from Smartboard Exchange about weather. I thought this would be a good lesson on a rainy day or when there's something interesting going on around our area about weather, and we could just further look into how to read radars and how to compare weather from here to other places near and far from us. So I thought this would just be a good lesson for a good and fun lesson for second graders. So to start, I'm going to begin by showing how to create and manipulate text and images. So let's say I wanted to add today's lesson to the top of the title page. I would begin by clicking and then just typing. Sometimes it takes a minute to show up, and then it'll show up in a random place. So when that happens, I just finish typing, and then I move it to where it needs to go. I just drag it and resize it. And so I want to put it right here. And if I wanted to make it bigger or smaller, I just drag the corner and I can rotate it by using this little green button. And if I wanted to change the font of the text, I just double click in the box and highlight it, go over here, and I'm going to use chalkboard for this lesson. So just click that and then it changes. So it's really simple. Also, since it's the title, if I wanted to lock this in place, I could just press this drop-down menu on the right-hand corner and then go to lock and then press lock in place. So now no students can move that title at the top. So now I'm going to click on this lesson, just go straight to the lesson part for the students, and I notice that there is no pictures on this slide. So I wanted to add something to make it a little more interesting. So I go over here and I press this little image picture on the left-hand toolbar, and then here at the top I can type in what I want to search. So I want to put a picture of a cloud. So I just put that at the top. And then I scroll down till I find a picture. I'm going to use this one with the rain right here. And so I can just drag it onto my screen, and it's really similar to the text box. You can make it bigger or smaller by pulling it, and you can also rotate it. So I'm going to put it in the corner up here. Maybe I'll rotate it a little bit, slide it up there. Okay. So while I'm on this, I also want to show you that you can link a sound to an image as well. And by doing that, you just click on the image, and then you click on the little drop-down menu right here, and you go to sound. Now you have one of two options. You can choose a file that you already have saved of a sound, or you can use your own sound, like record a sound. And so I have a little sound machine that I use for rain, and so I'm just going to use that to record a sound real quick of rain. So let me go ahead and do that. Sorry, it's just loading here. Okay, so I have my recording, and I'm going to, down here at the bottom, it says play by pressing corner icon or object. I'm going to press object so that when they click on the picture it'll play, and then I'm going to press attach recording. And now whenever they click that object, they will hear that rain noise. So that's a really fun feature that students, I think, would find really interesting. So now in order to go back to my slides and get away from this picture bar, I'm going to go to the left-hand toolbar again and then press this little page at the top, and it will take me back to my slides. Now let's say I wanted to add a link to a picture instead of a sound. So I'm going to go down here to slide number 5, and this slide says, how would you describe today's weather? So I think, for example, I would ask my class, how would you describe the weather outside right now? And then maybe I would want to look at the weather at a favorite vacation spot, like Myrtle Beach or some beach that was close to us or the mountains. But for the sakes, we'll just say their favorite vacation spot was Myrtle Beach. So I'm going to go over here to this picture bar and type in beach. Alright, I'm going to use this picture of a bucket and put it right there in the corner. That's a good size, that's fine. So to attach a link, I'm going to press this drop down menu right here and then press link. And I would just probably go to Google, type in Myrtle Beach weather radar, copy and paste that link, and then paste it right here to this address. And then again, press object and then press insert link. So whenever they are ready to look at the weather in Myrtle Beach, they just click on the little bucket and pail. So it's just a fun way to incorporate some extra knowledge. Alright, next I want to show you how to make a theme. So to do this, I'm going to start by clicking this little button at the top that has the green plus sign in the page. So I'm going to click that, and then I'm going to go to this little A with the color on the side on the left-hand toolbar right here. So I'm going to click on that, and I think that I want to change the background. So instead of white, I want to do a gray color. And then maybe I want to add in a box to put my title in. So I'm going to click this little shape right here next to the pointer at the top of the page. Okay, I'm going to use this little square. And so to do this, you just begin by dragging on the page how big you want the square to be. So let's say I want mine to be about that big. And then I have to go back and press the pointer so that I don't keep drawing squares. Okay, maybe I want to add a picture in the corner. So I go over here and I type sun. And then I find a picture and I just drag it there in the corner. Okay. So let's say I wanted to save this page so that I could come back and use it as a theme for slides that I make in the future. So in order to do that, I would go to the top, press Format, and then Theme, and then Create New Theme from Page. So you see I have a text box right here. I could drag that text box down to the middle and then double click on it because I think I want to change the font to chalkboard because that's what I was previously using. So I could change it to that. Alright, perfect. And then I'm going to click Save down here. And now you can see that I have it saved down here under Backgrounds and Themes. And I have a couple extras because I was using this as a practice run. So if I wanted to save this as a notebook file or a page that I would often use in the class or that had notes on it, I would click on this, one of these pages, and then click on the drop down menu, and then I would go to Properties, and I would title it. So I'm going to title this Sun Theme, and then I'm going to type in keywords so that I could find it again. And so I would just say gray, sun, box, note page, something along that lines. And this would be easier to type in keywords as well if this was a page that already had notes on it. Alright, so then I'm going to click close. It saves it automatically for me. All right. And then if I wanted to back this content up, I could go to my gallery tab, which is this image right here. So I'm on the gallery tab currently, and then I'd go to my content, which is at the top, and then I would say export as collection file, and then I would title it whatever I want. I could say lesson plan 1, and then I could choose where to save it. And so I have already saved it on my computer, but if I truly wanted to back it up, it would be important that I plugged it into a USB drive. So that would show up right under here under devices, but I don't currently own a USB drive, so I will need to get one of those. And so I can save my lesson plans on here, because if anything ever happened to my computer, it wouldn't work very well that all my lesson plans would be saved on there. So it just really is a great idea that you have a backup plan so that you are not stuck in a terrible position. So if I had a USB drive, I would just click right there, okay, and then press save. Okay. The last thing that I want to show you is how to highlight notes. So I'm going to pick a page. Let's see. I'll pick this page. Let's say I wanted the students to highlight one of these weather choices. Highlight the weather that it is outside. Okay, so I would go over here where my arrow is at the top, and then I would press the little pens button right below it. And then you would choose this drop-down menu under pen types and go to highlighter. And you can choose any color of highlighter, which is really nice, but for this project, I think I'm just going to stick with yellow. And let's say it was a cloudy day, so they would highlight cloudy. And so it's a little bit hard to do on a computer, but on the actual smartboard screen, the students can use a real pen to highlight. Okay. And if I wanted to write notes, I already kind of showed you that earlier. All you do is just go, like I did today's lesson, you just start to click on the screen and then start typing, and then you can save it, like how I showed you to save the PowerPoint earlier. So I think that is all I have to show you for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I was really excited about this lesson and how to use it in the future.